Well, Coach, this is where we kind of lighten up the mood a little bit and have our true or false conversation with coaches. And it's real quick, calling out, just throw some at you. You can say true or false. And if you have something to add on to it, go ahead. But the first question I got for you, Kyler Murray, GOAT quarterback, Texas high school football history. True or false?
True. He beat me both times. I've seen him live and in person. Absolutely love the kid. Good friends with him and his dad, without a doubt. 42-0, and it was multiple games that he should have lost, and he came back and willed guys to win.
Coach, true or false? Is the super conference model we're turning to sustainable for college football?
It is. It's going to be painful to lose some traditional matchups and everything, but I think where we're going, you almost have to pick the top ever how many teams, 64, whatever that number is. And with the model that we're currently under, I think that's where it's got to go to. I loved what Coach Kelly said whenever he was at UCLA about having a commissioner and having the power conferences go that way. I think it almost has to.
Coach, true or false? Texas high school football, best brand of high school football in the land.
True, and I'm going to preface it by you have to eliminate recruited high schools, meaning you cannot put IMG in that conversation. You cannot put Bishop Gorman, who kicked my butt in 2016, and they had players from 17 different states. When you're talking about true traditional high school football, that I think that Texas high school football is the best in the land.
Coach, true or false? Should prospects make their decision based on how much NIL money they're going to receive?
False. And I think it's about to really equal out. But I think the biggest thing that you have to understand whenever you're making these decisions is you still have to make them on what's best for you to develop as a man and as a player. It's real money. I don't want to discount that it's real money. But at the end of the day, if you're a prospect that has NFL traits that can be developed into an NFL player, there is a big difference in the money that a person is going to make at the NFL level and a person is going to make at the college level. There's exceptions. There's no doubt. I know there's some guys that are making some crazy money or have made crazy money. But for the big picture, I think you still have to pick a school that's going to help you develop as a man and as a player.
Now, Coach, Carl is only saying that and asking that question, true or false, because you got that big money bank over your head, and he sees that.
I hear you. I hear you.
True or false? Prospects should transfer if they're not getting significant playing time at their university.
That's a good question. I'm going to say true, but I want to preface it again by saying what year are you in? It's so hard for you to be a true freshman and expect to play significantly, and you're not physically ready, or especially depending on what position you're playing. And then I also think, are you still being developed? If you're still being developed, I think you got to be patient because your time's coming. But I do think, we had a guy that left this year. I love him. He's awesome. He was on our number 2. He was going to be a number 2, and he was able to go somewhere to be a starter. I didn't want to lose him, but I truly understood why he left, and I could appreciate that.
Coach, before we let you get out of here, we always, at the end of the show, we ask our coaches that come on, who are some young guys that we don't know about yet that in the coaching profession, or maybe they front office guys that we should know? A couple guys you think could potentially be rising stars in the profession?
Are you talking about coaching wise?
Yes, coaching wise.
Coaching wise, man, I think the world of my offensive coordinator. I know he's a Power 5 offensive coordinator, but Zach Kitley is a bright young coach. I think that I had the best tight end coach in the country. Whenever another young guy and Josh Cochran, I think those two guys are really, really good at what they do. And on the defensive side of the ball, I think I have the best outside linebacker coach in the country. And man, he's really, I always tell everybody, I think my coaches get tired of hearing it because I compare them so much. But CJIU, man, he is a rock star whenever it comes to a position coach. And, those three guys are really, really good football coaches.
Coach, I got a quick follow for that. Just being in the personnel space, is there a young person in your personnel office that needs to get that light shined on them too?
Yeah, thank you for saying that, man. Because you asked that question, I went straight to coaches. Yeah, Brian Nance. A lot of guys try to come in, and he's our number 2. He is our director of player personnel. And the one way that I was able to keep him was getting him that we're very close, getting him to understand his next move is not to make a lateral move as a director of player personnel. His next move is to be able to run his own personnel department. And so he understood that. He understands that's where he's got to grow and what he needs to do. But Brian Nance, man, he is a rock star.
Coach, we want to thank you for coming on. Now, your assistant told us before the show you getting that new football facility built down there. So when you guys crack that thing open, you got to give me a call. Me and Smoke need to come down there and check it out.
Be down there, Coach.
I got you. Y'all, I'll give you a full tour, and man, I'll get you field passes. Y'all can watch the game on the field and then check out everything we got going on.
Coach, thank you. We appreciate you for coming on. We definitely will be there.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
For more information on Texas Tech, visit InsideTheRedRaiders.com for more information on Texas Tech football and recruitment.